Is life trying to tell you something? Have you had a bit of a health scare or maybe an accident? Well, that's the topic of today's video. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're well. Is any of this what's happened your fault? Is your body failing you? Is it the punishment you've been putting it through? Realizing that your body is not as young as it was is hard. None of us want to think we're getting older, but it's just part of life. It's hard to change. That's one of the first things. I think it's just, we just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and eventually something can break. Well, one of the first things I think is to maybe look for healthier choices. Some of these are going to be fairly obvious. Don't want the hard option. We look for easy options, and that doesn't always serve as well. So stop with quick fixes. Really address what it is that needs addressing. I think you can either embrace the reality of getting older and the situation you're in, or fight it. Both have the benefits. It depends on what it is. I think for me, I fought a lot of things that were happening with me, and some things help you get through something, but sometimes it can actually hinder your life and you just being stubborn. For example, with me, life kept knocking me down health-wise. And in the end, I think I had to understand that life was trying to tell me something. I fought things for quite a while, and the last two big events just nearly finished me off. But the realities were all different. Your body has different ways of dealing with something, or different levels or extremes. A lot of genetics plays a big part. One of the times I was ill, one of the first times, I think I was about 36. I'm not a smoker. I've never really drank. I've never been particularly unhealthy in some respects. I've been lucky in the fact that from the outset, I looked relatively fit. But I remember my friends, when my kidneys started failing and my body started attacking itself, they were like, well, they smoke, some of them did drugs and, drank. It was like, well, you're not really the poster boy for being fit, really, It's not you're not trying to sell me on that healthy lifestyle. What served you once maybe not be good now. As we age, we have to change what we did because our body won't accept it. Be your own expert. I'm going to do a video on that, or may have done one already, depending on when this is posted. But it's basically making sure that you know you inside out rather than expect other people to. Look at your habits and maybe get better ones. Or what's really hard is to pack up a habit, but it's better to try and replace that with a healthier option. Don't follow the masses. Do you. There's so much advice on YouTube, me included, but I'm just trying to get people to think of another way of their life, how it can be better put together, if that makes sense. And if something helps, then awesome. You can pay that forward and pay it to someone else. It could be you've had a massive health wake-up call. You could have had an accident that makes you realize, wow, I'm not as young as I was. But it's taking heed of that. Sometimes thinking, how many times is life going to tell me I need to quit smoking, drinking? Maybe I need to lose weight or stop with the heavy medication. It's years of punishment and not weeks or days. You don't get fat overnight and you don't get fit overnight. Unhealthy things can happen through choices. But like I say, for me, my body started attacking itself. But I wanted to be accountable to see if there was anything I did wrong. Be kind to yourself. Your life is special to you and your family. Even if you're on your own, it's still a gift to be here. Life kind of sucks. It can be amazing, but it can deal you a raw hand. It's something I don't think we often think it is, because the day-to-day grind, problems we can have, debt, problems with spouses, family, kids, work, can feel unbearable. But it's trying to understand that true core thing of what's really value, time. If things go wrong and we overdrink, and we've probably put ourselves to the edge of a heart attack, Sometimes it's just not knowing. Sometimes we've just gone through life and, it's just something that's like, oh my God, I wasn't consciously present about what's happening to me. I think there's a bit of element of self-destruction there. And I've done that. I'm sure, plenty of you guys have too. But I think it's realizing, rather than trying to put a band-aid on a little problem, you've got to kind of figure out the big stuff. Treat yourself better, definitely, by making sure you have plenty of sleep, because that can aid with making you feel better about things. I'm going to do another video on being your own expert. But all these things tie in, they've all got a certain theme and they're all connected, because they're all about getting older, all about being, over 40 plus. As always, I hope this video finds you well. If you can think of anything else I've missed, please add them in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.